Welcome back. Valentine's Day is just around the corner, and if you're like me, the way to my heart is through a delicious plate of food. And if your culinary skills are worse than your flirting skills, then Chef Justin Theodore can help you. He's one of the folks in the kitchen over at Fork and Plow, and he teaches classes at the cook station as well. Chef Justin, good to have you here.
I appreciate it.
So I feel like I should really pay attention.
And we should also apologize because probably all the things we said, like maybe avoid on the first date, are like all the things that Chef Justin is making.
Oh, that's okay.
But if it tastes good, I feel like we can all get. If it hits you in the soul,
that's
gonna
where
be
it's
good,
about.
right?
That's
Exactly.
what it's about.
So, Chef Justin, tell us how you got into this. You're over at Fork and Plow, which is one of my absolute favorite restaurants.
That's right.
Brunch for sure. Tell us how you got into the foodie business.
So it was just kind of like one of those like spur of the moment things. I was actually working on my master's full time.
You know, casual.
Yeah.
Casual in between like corporate job.
Yeah.
And I
So much time.
I met my sous chef over there, and he was like, you obviously love cooking. Do you want to come check it out? And I've been there ever since, working hard.
And you're like, hey, why not? That's how Megan and I, we're working on our master's, our doctorate, and then we're just like, let's just do TV.
And then I cook for fun on the side.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
So Megan is a little bit culinarily challenged, shall we say.
Oh, I like that. That sounds good.
She's culinarily challenged.
See,
so
I'm actually not. I just act like it, and then I have to cook for people.
So
I
that's
heard you. I
what
got
she's
you.
saying.
You know what I mean?
So she's going to be making a nice Valentine's Day meal for her husband.
Yep.
This
Okay.
is something that's easy, you say, that may look like you took a lot of time, but it's actually not. So tell us what we're going to be making today.
So this is a pasta primavera. Primavera in Italian is spring, so we're using a lot of spring vegetables, cabbage. I got some nice asparagus here, some yellow pepper. Got some tomatoes. You can kind of do anything you want with that. The way I'm doing it, so we started off sauteing some garlic and some shallots. I put some wine in there to start reducing into those tomatoes. We're going to let those cook down a little
So
bit.
what does that mean? What's reducing?
Why is it reducing?
Why do we
don't
have to
want to
reduce?
reduce. We want to be
So-
the 2%.
Right?
So in this case, I guess you don't. You want to take off and burn off some of that alcohol, so you just have that nice wine flavor remaining.
But
So we're
it's
going to shrink it
Valentine's
down.
Day. Maybe you want like a little. I guess you're going to have some in the glass. So
Oh, you'll be able to taste it. So we're going to cook this down just a little bit, burn some of that alcohol off, and that's going to be the base of our sauce. So what's fun about this dish, we're going to thicken up with a little bit of butter, but you could realistically use just even leftover vegetables that you have in the fridge. So whatever you want to throw in there.
So making all that stuff from your meal prep.
Absolutely.
You just got that.
all the sprouts and spinach.
The
It's
only
gonna
thing
be
I have
look
from this
good.
whole
Yeah.
thing in my fridge is butter.
And then if you have to have a protein, I mean, you could definitely throw in some chicken. Shrimp, you could realistically just cook in the sauce.
So that's a good thing.
steam it
Like you
out.
can kind of add things on to build it up a little bit more.
Yeah, realistically, we're just looking at this as being like a method, and then from that point, you're making your own recipe as you go.
How do you know when you've reduced enough? Like, how is there like a sure time?
So-
Does, like sprinkles come out or something?
So
How do you-
realistically, if you're
Smell.
using like a gas stove, or if you were to light the alcohol on fire, it would burn off immediately. I'm just trying to shrink it down a little bit. I'm trying to reduce it about half in size, and then the tomatoes, I'm just trying to give some.
It smells
texture
great.
to.
It smells so good. How long too? Because everything's like, just saute some garlic for the roll. I mean, is that 2 minutes? Is that
You're realistically like sauteing your shallot and your garlic till it's like a nice
so they start to get
color.
a little brown? Okay.
Not anything too long. You talk about minute and a half. Or
You don't
both.
want it to be charred.
Yes.
No, definitely not. Nobody likes burnt garlic.
And you
in
definitely don't
anything.
want to give your date salmonella on the first date. That's never
No,
a
let's
good
not
one.
do that.
No.
Megan. Megan's
Nothing
like, I got
says-
him now. He's married. We're
Yeah,
married now.
I got him. I got a ring. He can't
So
go
what did
there.
you just add?
So this is some yellow pepper that I threw in. We had sauteed ahead of time, got some nice color, some caramelization on there. And we're just gonna have this in there, allow that to soak in.
Start to finish, how much time are we talking? The guys at home are like, how much time are we talking? Why do I
mean-
want to go just to get something takeout?
How fast you can put boiling noodles on and saute some vegetables in a pan.
Right.
So realistically, we got some chopped asparagus we're throwing in there. Nice.
This would be
And is this
really
pre-cooked,
good.
or is the asparagus kind of pre-cooked, or is it cooking in?
So I blanched it ahead of time and some
Oh, now
water.
you're new.
Oh, Blanche.
Back up. What does
Yeah.
blanch mean?
You golden girl then? Wait.
So basically, I took some boiling water, some like sodium in there, so salt.
Okay.
Allows that to retain a lot of that color. And I'm basically just a quick little dip in the liquid to get some of that tenderness in there.
Blanch.
And allow it to cook down.
I'm just gonna.
I'm gonna start doing that. Hold on, guys. I gotta blanch my vegetables.
We're just gonna call it the golden girl. Did you golden girl?
Did you golden girl it? Dorothy? What do I gotta do? How long do you cook? I mean, some people have a preference on their noodle cooking, and then do you take one and throw it against the wall to see if it's ready?
So no, I don't do that. I cook my noodles till al
So
dente.
what I'm going to tell you is no.
No, don't throw.
No,
the
not unless
noodles.
you want to clean up the wall, and
Yeah.
not fun to, you know, you have a mess to clean up when you're cooking
Right.
anyway.
Our kitchen in Spartanburg is a mess
And then
because
you
they've been
forget
throwing
about
noodles
it.
at the wall.
Well, let's not do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's not do that. So we got butter. You can't go wrong with butter, right?
No, this is going to help thicken this sauce up. It's going to get a nice good base, and we're going to definitely add some cheese at the end too to help.
yes.
So
make it
Chef, we
nice
have
and creamy.
about a minute-ish left. So
Okay.
if we're going to be putting the finish, we got to keep this away from Crazy Cat Lady because she's looking
Yeah.
at
Yeah, that's gonna be
she's
good.
looking at the bottle of wine there.
Oh, you put it in there.
So we,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we're going to put the noodles
So
in.
the noodles are all pre-cooked.
Okay.
So from this point, we're just going to go ahead and toss them up, nice in the sauce, really just keeping some heat on them.
Mm-hmm.
And from that point, we're going to finish off a little salt and pepper.
See, look at it. They have it all on the wrist. Like,
Yeah,
you try to
it's
do that at
all,
home, you look like a straight up amateur. Chef, as you're finishing that up, you do private chef, you do cooking
I
classes
do.
at the cook station. So if
Private
you really
dinners.
want to learn things, maybe if your skill level is a little higher than what we're able to do, they can take classes at the cook station and
Oh, exactly.
hire you as well. The best way to reach out to you, social media maybe?
Social media is a good way to go from. I also do email, phone numbers, stuff like that, but definitely hit me up on Instagram.
And we'll be
I will
sure to
gladly
post
follow
that
up
on
you
social
guys.
media. So you guys can reach out to him if you need some lessons.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly.
But no, but I learned something because whenever I do something like this, I always plate the pasta and then kind of pour the stuff on top. But this makes so much more
Now
sense.
this makes so much more sense. Megan, that's all you right there.
I like
We'll to give him a beauty shot first,
Yes,
right?
look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
That's the beautiful shot there. So that took a TV segment's worth
Yeah, 6
to
minutes.
do it. And Megan and I are going to dive into it
We're gonna
in the
eat
commercial
it
break.
all.
We're going to try
Thanks,
to
Chef.
be clever with eating the
Of
noodles.
course.
Yeah, very good.
Thanks,
Nice
Chef.
to
Come back
meet
and
you.
see us
Very
again
cool.
No,
soon.
gladly. Thank
That
you. I
was great.
appreciate you guys having me.
Of course. Coming up next on Your Carolina, decluttering the house and getting it ready to sell. We have some tips for you to make sure that you're doing it the right way. We'll tell you how when we come back.